Today I want to talk about a subject that has become a pop culture in our generation, and anytime an important subject becomes a pop culture, it has been downgraded drastically for fun and entertainment purposes while it really isn't. And that subject is astrology. Anytime you hear the word astrology now, usually people, first of all, don't take it seriously. And second, the next thing that comes to their mind is just the sun sign and the moon sign. And some who are a little bit more advanced might even go an ascendant. But over, I would say, a good amount of population, I can't really quote it in percentage because I haven't done that research, but a good amount of population um, really doesn't know the true essence of astrology, the true depth of astrology, and what astrology really is. And let me tell you, astrology is not your sun sign. Absolutely not. Some may think it's your moon sign, especially the um, Indian or Vedic astrologers or people who follow that think maybe it's your moon sign. It's not even your moon sign. And most will also tell you that your ascendant, your rising sign, is what the true astrology is, and that is a very small portion of the truth. And I'm sorry to say, it's not that easy to find your true self through astrology. You have to really know, you know, all the ingredients that are involved in making your true predictions of your past, your future, and giving you a detailed analysis of your self. It takes a lot of work, and nowadays it's just you open up a magazine and you see your weekly sun sign, yearly sun sign. You may even see moon sign now because they think moon sign is a cool thing to say in astrology for somebody who thinks he's advanced. Because hey, moon is takes only 2.5 days to change signs versus the sun, which takes 30 days to change a sign. So obviously people who are born in the moon period, or the sign that they have when the moon was changing sign, is more accurate to their mental analysis than the sun sign, which is really not true. I mean, you're more than your moon sign, your sun sign. It's really about the degrees. Let me tell you, it's about the degrees. It's about the 27 constellation, and the 27 constellation are not talked about in Western astrology, and this is why a lot of smart and intelligent people who literally have PhD in astrology have determined that the Romans actually took the Indian Vedic astrology and converted it into their own system, which is just pretty much based on your sun sign. And yes, there are Western astrologers who will, ask your time, ask your date of birth, ask your all the details, and they'll make a chart out of your all the stars in the sky. But you wanna pay attention to several things. One is that they only use one chart, okay? Where Vedic astrology is using at least 16 divisional charts to tell you about yourself. Because in astrology there are 12 houses, like the 12 signs. So each sign controls a particular house at any given time. And what happens is, in Vedic astrology, it takes that one single house and makes a separate whole chart for the things that are concerning that house. So let's say if you want to know your career, in Western they'll look at your your 10th house of career, or the planets that's in the 10th house, or the planets that are aspecting the 10th house. In Vedic astrology, and these are most astrologers, who will only look at your main birth chart. They will look at your same thing. They will look at your 10th house, planets in the 10th house, planets aspecting the 10th house, and also in Vedic astrology, just to go a little bit deeper, there's something called Tasha system, where a particular planetary period is influencing your life majority of the time. And each planet, from Sun all the way to Saturn, North Node and South Node, they each have particular amount of years in your own life that they rule. So maybe you'll have 7 years of Mars period, and then after that you may have 18 years of North Node period, or Rahu, which they call. So they'll go in that and they'll say, okay, well, if this time period is happening, this dasha is happening, so that's your, based upon that you should be doing that. And it's not even that. Most even Indian astrologers fail. Even Vedic astrologers fail at this because they do not look at your divisional chart. They do not look at your divisional chart of the 10th house, which is pretty much surgically opening up the 10th house and opening it and looking at it that, okay, what really is. Western or Eastern astrologer, if he's not well versed, will tell you, okay, you should go into an artistic field. Okay, now if you ask him exactly what should I do, because if you're confused, if you can do 5 different things in artistic field, what should you be really doing? Which one you will be successful at? That's when the divisional chart comes in. The good astrologer will surgically open that house, 10th house, look at it, and which is called the D10 chart. You can research this on the internet. It's called D10 chart, or in Indian terms, it's called the Shamsa chart. The D10 chart will tell you, okay, this person has an artistic talent, but they should, instead of making paintings, they should go into acting. And bam, right there. But the thing is, even that is not the true picture of real astrology. How to determine what you should do, who you should marry, how your wife will be. It's not determined by just one aspect. It's really a lot of ingredients. So this is why I wrote a book called Astrology at Speed of God. And the reason why I wrote this book is because for the past 10 years I went through astrologers, I researched on my own, and I just wasn't really fulfilled until I really found out the true essence of astrology, which is surgically opening up houses, which is looking at your 27 constellation. Okay, it's going to take a long time to describe what are these 27 constellation and why they matter more than your zodiac, the 12 zodiac signs. So I wrote this book for people who don't know anything about astrology, who have lost faith in astrology, who really, just look at astrology as an entertainment. This is for people who just, do not really know, and they're just following the media and the magazines and the BS internet articles on astrology. And it's for people who really do want to know what truly astrology is. So I have explained it in the most easiest term possible to people to really understand their true self. Pretty much it's about finding your true self. A lot of people go through confusion, a lot of people go through depression. You'll know why you're going through depression. You'll know why exactly this is happening to you. What I've done in the book is that I show you the way to determine a bad and good astrologer. So let's say once you read my book, you'll know the astrologer that you're going to and having your reading done. Is he a good astrologer? Is he well versed? Or is he just a basic astrologer who just know A through G, but he doesn't know the rest all the way through Z? You will, after reading my book, you will start to find out, okay, I should go to an astrologer who knows from A through Z. Because like I said about career is actually not determined by your 10th house either. Career is determined by several houses. Career is determined by 10th, 11th, 2nd, 6th, and 7th house. Because in a career you have business and you have service. Certain people are meant for business, certain people are meant for a job. Now, just by looking at one house or the aspects on the one house or the planet sitting in just the 10th house is really not going to give you anything. But if you really want to know if you're meant to do business or you're meant to do service, you're going to have to look at the houses that I mentioned. You're going to have to look at the dasha, the time period. You're going to have to look at the constellation that each planet is in, not the zodiac sign. The 27 constellation is called the nakshatra. You're going to have to see the degrees that the 10th house is in, rising in. If 10th house is rising at 10 degrees and it has Mars at 18 degrees Capricorn, what does that mean? See, this is how a detailed true astrology is. So stop looking at your sun sign, stop looking at your moon sign, stop looking at your rising sign. Okay, it only gives you this much of who you really are, while you're like this much. So again, I have the link below, and I hope this book really helps you. It opens up your eyes before some astrologer comes and swindles your money. There are very good astrologers, very, very good astrologers, even on YouTube you'll find them. and especially K.N. Rao, K.N. K. N. R.A.O. K.N. Rao is probably the most brilliant astrologers I came to know. His methods, his reality and remedies, because in Vedic astrology you will find tons of remedies, from Lal Kitab to gemstones to mantras to prayers to donations, and you'll be surprised at which actually does work, and you will see the problem that the other remedies have. So again, this book is for people who have been screwed over by astrologers for a lot of money, wasting money in remedies that do not work yet that did it, and it's for people who just lost faith and want to learn astrology. Pretty much everything is in this. So again, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the book.